Good evening and welcome to my daily show. There is something very important that I wanted to talk about today. The key to being a profitable trader on a day like today is to prevent yourself from doing anything very stupid. That is why I sometimes envy the person with a full-time job. The people with full-time jobs have to, spend 5-10 minutes maybe putting on the trade in the morning, and then they can do the rest of the day, continue to do their jobs for the rest of the day and not have to bother about the market. They don't have the time to actually worry about where the market is going. But what about a person like me who is a full-time trader? Of course, I also have a mutual fund distribution business, so that keeps me busy for a while. But still, I spend all my day looking at the markets, and therefore, it is very, very important for people like us to ensure that you have something else to do. I sometimes spend my time, reading books. I sometimes watch some show which is of interest. But today, what I did was very interesting, and that is what I wanted to talk to you about. I actually saw this show Hamilton on Hotstar. I cannot recommend it enough. It is an incredible show. Please do watch it. I don't think you will ever regret doing that. Having said what I wanted to say, we'll continue now with our uh, daily program. So first things first, let me talk about the SCT trading system that I use. And Nifty had gone short as per that system on Friday at 11,190. Unfortunately for me, it has gone long today at 11,460 levels. So, the short trade on Friday has resulted in a loss of around 2.5%. And now, I'm long and I'm waiting to see what happens. But aside from the STT system, what is important to see is what is Nifty showing as per charts. And one of the positive things is that it has closed at its all-time high for this particular rally. So that is good news for any Nifty long positions that people might have. And RSI itself, the Nifty RSI itself is not at any weak level, so even that is pretty okay. Plus, as I have been talking about for the last few days, this long-term trend line that was supporting the Nifty in the 2019 rally, all through the 2019 rally has been acting as a short-term resistance in this period of time, has been broken, well and truly broken. For 2 days, Nifty has closed above the trend line. So I'm hopeful that in terms of the discretionary side of looking at Nifty, I'm hopeful that Nifty would be headed higher from here. So as per my STT trading system is concerned, Bank Nifty had gone long yesterday at 22,065 levels, I think, and then it continues to be long today. So there's no change there. It has gone up a bit from those levels. But looking at Bank Nifty charts purely discretionarily, what we see is that it is above the 50-day moving average, but it is in between the 89-day high and low band. So it is in between that. So currently, Bank Nifty continues to grind in a nowhere kind of zone, no man's land, maybe neither up nor down, and it's been like that for quite some time now. So nothing much to add to what Bank Nifty is doing. It remains sideways. It's in fact even below the trend line that we have been talking about for some time. This particular trend line. So as of now, nothing to do but to wait and see and let Bank Nifty itself tell us where it intends to go. So the first stock that I'm talking about is Bajaj Auto. But before I go and continue, I want to be very clear that what we are trying to do is to see how simple tools of technical analysis like trend lines and moving averages can help us pick stocks amongst the hundreds of stocks that are there. How do we pick a few stocks to put on our watch list? It is definitely not a recommendation to buy and sell. And when I say this has to be on the watch list, then if any trade has to be taken, it has to be taken on the break of the high or low. So there has to be this kind of filters in place. So trading is very different from picking and selecting a set of stocks and putting it on the watch list. Trading involves other things like money management, risk management. How do you handle the total capital that you have? How much money of that? how much of that would you actually put to use in this particular trade. So that all that comes together. So I will have said in the past few days several stocks on the watch list. I'll keep saying more things, but it is up to the trader to use that information in the right way, right possible way. So when we come to Bajaj Auto, for example, you see two things. One is this trend line. I've talked about Bajaj Auto in the past, so this trend line has been there from that day, and it broke below that trend line and has been traveling along that trend line, doing nothing much. But today, at almost the same levels of the previous top, Bajaj Auto has seen a pretty strong sell-off. So this is a bit of a negative. So this is a bit of a caution for anybody who is long. For anybody who is actually long Bajaj Auto maybe. So this really is to put Bajaj Auto on your watch list, and if you're long, to be cautious about that long position. Again, Eicher Motor is not a new stock. This has been something that we had talked about a few days ago, and this is when I talked about it on this big red candle day. So this is the long-term trend line resistance, or this long-term horizontal resistance that is there in Eicher, and after this big candle down day, you have seen a few days of rally, and today at almost the high of that big candle day, we have seen a negative move in Eicher Motors. So if this low is broken, then it might suggest that this resistance is going to hold and that a downtrend or a corrective trend might start in Eicher Motors. So again, IGL is not a new stock. We have talked about it in the past. So if you see, this IGL has been making new lows, whereas there has been a up. RSI has not been making new lows, which is actually called the positive divergence in RSI. And after that, a very short-term trend line in IGL has been broken on the upside by IGL. So this is thereby confirming that maybe the positive divergence is actually taking shape and that is actually playing out. So therefore, IGL was a stock that I talked about around 4 or 5 days ago, and it has been in that region, has done nothing much. But today's move is kind of confirming that this trend line has been broken and that it might be heading higher. So finally, I go back to my tried and tested, tools, which is the 89-day high and low band, the 50-day moving average, and Manappuram is one of the stocks that comes to play because of that. For example, Manappuram has been on this uptrend, and you see this uptrend is pretty clearly there. And after that, there has been a correction all the way to these levels of the 89-day high-low band, and today it has closed above the 50-day average, and that for me actually tells me that there might be something happening in Manappuram, and so that is why it finds a place in my watch list today. I'm very happy to see Pidilite here because this trend line I had drawn several days in the past, and today for the first day it has closed above the trend line. So this actually gives me, this is one of the things that you do. When you see a trend line forming, you draw it and keep it, and then when the share actually closes above it or breaks below a trend line, you can actually see it very clearly. You will not miss it. So today Pidilite has done that. So Pidilite is one of the stocks that I wanted to talk about. Doesn't mean that you have to go and buy immediately, but this is now on the watch list for a buy because Pidilite has clearly closed much above a falling trend line resistance that has been acting as a resistance for it in the past. What we have done for you is to highlight stocks of interest, stocks which are at such levels that a trade can be taken with a very low risk to reward ratio. If there is anything close to a holy grail in trading, then finding such stocks will definitely qualify as one. However, finding such stocks is only one insignificant step in becoming a successful trader. The other two are money management and understanding the psychological pitfalls of trading. Get a hang of these two and you're on your way to being a very good trader. If you like what you saw and you want to be notified about our new videos, then please show your love by subscribing to our channel. Please don't forget to press the bell icon too. Don't forget to visit www.themoneymojo.com for more on our training programs, podcasts and blogs.